Okay, so we're going to continue Chapter 5 by talking about inequalities in triangles, and we'll be able to get through all of this in one video, and you'll see a little bit of this on the quiz as well as on the test. So, angle side theorem is saying that the biggest angle matches the biggest side. So, if you look down here, angle B is the biggest. It's 104 degrees. It's actually an obtuse triangle, and because all the angles are different, this is an obtuse scalene triangle. But since angle B is the biggest, that corresponds with the side across from it. So AC is the longest side. Which side is the shortest? I need to look for the shortest angle, the smallest angle, and then go across. AB is the shortest side. And second longest, it's the one you haven't picked yet, BC. So trying to just go the other way, we're trying to match, if 8.6 is my biggest side, that means my biggest angle is angle B. Biggest side goes with the biggest angle, smallest side goes with the smallest angle. The second largest is the second largest. Across from it is angle C, and angle A is the only one not used, and it's the smallest angle because the side across from it is the shortest. Now we want to list these sides in order from smallest to largest. So when I list them, I want to literally list them 1, 2, 3. Put them on 3 lines, just list them in order from smallest to largest. But we're missing an angle. I need to find this angle before I can do anything. So I'm going to take 180 and I'm going to subtract the 2 angles that I already know and then find that angle. I get that that angle is 15 degrees. And 15 is smaller than everything else, so across from it, side IT is the smallest. Across from 27 is MI. That's the middle. And the largest side is across from this big 138 degree angle, MT. So essentially what we're going to be able to do is, based on this picture, I would be able to rank every single angle from the biggest possible angle to the smallest possible angle. Now that's not easy to do. It does take some time, so we're going to look at just one angle comparison. We're going to look at just angle R and angle RUS. So angle RUS is this one up here, and angle R is this one down here. So what we're looking for is which one of these is bigger. If I look in just this triangle RUV, angle R is the second biggest because of this 21.6. But we're looking at not that triangle, but we're looking at the triangle that has both of these. We're looking at triangle RUS. Let me trace that right now. So angle R is across from a side that's 35. Angle U is across from a side that's 13 plus 25, which adds up to 38. So which one of those is bigger? 38 is bigger, which means that that angle is greater than. Now we're going to start throwing some algebra in here as well. If I take all 3 of these angles, angle P is 9n plus 29, angle Q is 93 minus 5n, and angle R is 10n plus 2, what I can do is I can take these, I can add all of them up to 180 to find the actual angle measure. So I'm going to take all of these. I'm going to start by just combining like terms as I write them together. So 9 plus 10 is 19, minus 5, 14n. And then I have 29 plus 93 plus 2. And I get 124. And I know that those add up to 180, so I'm going to subtract 124 from 180, and I get 14n equals 56, and when I divide by 14, I get n is 4. Now since n is 4, I can take that and I can plug it into every single angle down here to help me find which sides are the biggest. Down here, 10 times 4 is 40, this angle is 42. When I plug it in over here, 93 minus 20 gets me 73, and plugging it in over here, 36 plus 29 gives me that this angle is 65 degrees. So to find the biggest side, you got to find the biggest angle. Angle Q is the biggest angle, so across from it, PR is the biggest. I'm going to put that one last. Apparently I'm writing backwards. PR is the biggest. The smallest is across from 42, that's PQ. And the one in the middle is across from the middle angle, so QR is the one in the middle. And our last example for this section, perimeter of a triangle is 44, gives us side measurements. So essentially what we're doing in this one is we're working backwards from what we just did. Now I'm drawing it so it's almost equilateral. It doesn't matter what shape it looks like. What matters is what you have as side measurements. As long as you label those properly, it doesn't really matter what the picture actually looks like. TR is 2x plus 10. IR is 4x plus 1. TI is 5x. Now all of these add up to the perimeter, and the perimeter is 44. So 5x plus 2x plus 10 plus 4x plus 1 equals 44. Let's combine like terms. 5, 2, and 4 add up to 11. 10 and 1 add up to 11 as well. I'm going to subtract 11 from both sides, get 11x equals 33, which means x is 3. So what I need to do now is I need to take 3, I need to plug it in everywhere. We got 15, 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13, and 6 plus 10 is 16. So I want to order these, and be careful when you read this because we do switch it on you from least to greatest and greatest to least. This one's greatest to least, so I need the biggest angle first, and across from 16 is my biggest angle. So angle I is first, followed by angle R, because 15 is the next biggest, followed by angle T. So if you take a minute, look to make sure that you are plugging in everything correctly, just like we've done in the past. Now what you have to do is you have to find the biggest side, you have to find the smallest side, or the biggest angle or the smallest angle, and then label everything accordingly.